Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about Baker Mayfield and the season last year.
I'm calling because I heard a gentleman call that was kind of getting, laughed at a little bit because he was talking about, it wasn't just him, you were saying how many people out there blame Stefanski and they refuse to blame Baker. And I can see where some of that comes from, not like that call I heard talking about firing Stefanski or anything like that. But since when does the player decide when they play? I guess because they're the number one quarterback, it seems like they own the team practically. And after week 2, Mayfield clearly stunk almost every game. He wasn't just not winning games, he was losing games. You've got one of the highest paid backups that went 8-2 as a starter, a couple years earlier in Minnesota. When Baker was doing so poorly that either A, defenses figured him out, or B, he really was injured and just did not want to be off the field. He let his ego, outweigh the team's needs. And why not give Keenum a try? You couldn't have done much worse than Mayfield. Keenum could have possibly won those games without having to do too much.
And again, we appreciate all the voicemails. The thing that I would say about that, Eddie, and I'll get your thoughts as well, the Browns used Baker Mayfield because they felt he gave them the best chance to win. These are the guys that saw Baker Mayfield practice. They saw Case Keenum practice. If you watch the games, there was clearly a difference in what they could do offensively with Case Keenum. Even when they won, Case Keenum was limited. That's just what I saw. What did you see when you saw that?
You hit the nail on the head there. They felt that he was a better, option Baker was than Keenum was healthy. And that says a lot. A lot of Browns fans were like, oh, we have a good backup in case something does happen to Baker. And while he is a good backup, he's not a guy that's going to go in there and win you a bunch of games. Could he have won some of those games down the stretch that, Baker could not have won? Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. I don't know if he would have been in a position to do that. But yeah, it just comes down, like you said, they saw both of them every day in practice. They saw what Baker can do with the limited shoulder, and they saw what Keenum can do, and he doesn't even have close to the arm strength that Baker does. And the caller on the voicemail said something about the ego of Baker had to be put aside for the betterment of the team. I don't know if that's true, because that's something that you have to love and admire about Baker, no matter how you feel about him right now, is the fact that he's willing to put it all on the line. He's willing to go out there hurt. He's willing to do whatever it takes to be on that field to try and put his team in position to win. Granted, he didn't, put his team in position to win a lot this past season, but, they did what they did, and now that's a thing of the past.
Yeah, and again, the bottom line is they're not putting Mayfield out there because he refuses to come out. They feel Baker Mayfield gave the Browns the best chance to win. Browns are trying to win. They're trying to get in the playoffs. So they're not going to say, well, Baker wants to play, so he's going to play. If the medical people signed off, Kevin Stefanski put him out there because he felt like he gave him the best chance to win.